Japan's government is pushing nuclear energy once again as it tries to end electricity shortages and improve efficiency. Analysts say the nuclear revival is unlikely to threaten the growth of green power. Mike Firn reports from Tokyo.
Summer in Tokyo, and while the heat is up, people are being told to turn their air conditioners down. Japan is still struggling to meet its energy needs, more than 2 years after a meltdown at the Fukushima Daiichi power plant forced the country's power companies to shut all 50 nuclear reactors for safety checks. Only 2 have been allowed to restart so far, but with new safety guidelines to be announced on July 14th, electricity generators are preparing bids to bring reactors back online as early as next year.
It looks as though there will be quite a culling of the reactors under the new Nuclear Regulatory Authority guidelines. And for reasons of the fuel cycle, it seems that scenario B, a 15 contribution % to electricity generated, is the kind of line that is being gone for as a practical proposition. That means roughly 20 1.2 gigawatt reactors.
That means Japan still needs to meet 85% of its energy needs, mainly by burning fossil fuels, but increasingly by the use of alternative energy sources such as solar. And if forecast by the Japan Photovoltaic Energy Association are accurate, the country is set to become the world's biggest solar market this year in terms of installations.
JPEA has set up the target of the 100 gigawatt cumulative capacity installation at 2030. To realize this cumulative capacity, we need to pave the road of the implementation of PV systems in Japan. To achieve this, we need to improve the regulations related to the decentralized power generation system, and we need to develop the technology to realize the massive introduction of the decentralized power generation in Japan.
Analysts agree that Japan's power problem is not just a question of output, it's also about efficiency. They say Japan has enough electricity to meet its needs so long as it has an efficient national grid that can distribute the power where it's needed.
Each electricity supply company generates, transmits and distributes in its area under a controlled monopoly on a cost-plus basis, and this has led to all kinds of abuses. So a complete shake-up of the industry is required just as a matter of basic economics.
Change may be slow, but it is already underway, with Chubu Electric starting to supply power to former Tokyo Electric customers and reportedly considering providing electricity to the Kansai region, where the risk of earthquakes may force the permanent closure of several nuclear reactors. Mike Firn, CCTV, Tokyo.